You are watching the Doctalk show.
The government is going to enroll a nationwide immunization campaign against 3 diseases. These are measles, rubella, and polio. You may be wondering why these diseases are of particular interest. Well, it's because of the burden of the problems these diseases cause to the affected individuals. For example, a child may suffer from severe mental illness, diarrhea, pneumonia, and in the case of an unborn baby, the mother may end up losing the child due to these diseases. So these diseases are of big concern. Dr. Alfred, since you're the program director of this immunization campaign, how previously Dr. Immaculate explained to be rolled out in schools and in health centers, but it appears to be quite an expensive drive. How exactly are you going to achieve this campaign?
Yeah. First of all, it is important for us to appreciate that when the routine immunization program fails to achieve its intended targets, we are taking a line towards a very expensive intervention. Expensive because other people are going to die. Expensive because the corrective action requires much, much more vaccines. And it will have to involve a lot of people. So over the last 1.5 years, as a program, we have been embarking on how to plan this activity. We have been planning, we have been involved in resource mobilization and building capacity, and we are now we have sensitized district leadership. So we want this response to be district-led. It is going to be district-led because our roles in planning and resource mobilization is coming to an end. We are going to shift to supervision of districts while they are providing this service. Now, the districts are going to train supervisors. They will train health workers. They will train mobilizers. They will sensitize leaders and teachers. And as a ministry, we are going to provide the vaccines, the cold boxes, the vaccine carriers, and the other supplies. We are going to move it. So it's going to be a lot of activity in the coming months.
Okay.
Now, the intensity of this activity requires that we have a phased approach within the 5 days. As said earlier, the first 3 days are committed for schools only. Now, districts will have a program, and the district teams will assign days to the schools, and they will move from school to school. So a school may participate in this activity for half a day.
Okay.
And that school is done, and they continue with their activities as usual while they move. So the district micro-planning will have to detail how the teams are going to move from school to cover the schools, because the children are already there, and by the 3rd day, we expect 80% of this activity to be target to be achieved.
Okay.
And we are working together with the Ministry of Education, we are working together with the district education offices and school teachers and head teachers. And we are going to prepare the teachers also to manage this activity better. The teams who vaccinate will move, the schools will organize the children. Now, with 80% in our hands, we are going to move to the communities now, targeting the non-school going age. And there, we are going to deploy about 20,000 outreach posts. 20,000 outreach posts, so that the mothers and the caretakers do not have to travel long distances to a post. And those 20% of the children, we will look for them in 2 days. And that activity will be very intensive. We are engaging the village health teams and the LCs to do registration of children house to house, and also to ensure that these children are brought to the immunization program.
So basically, want all children below the age of 15 must receive that vaccine?
No, without any exception.
Okay. So just to clarify, the vaccine is given to any child, whether they receive the first measles vaccine or not?
Regardless of the previous, vaccination
immunization
status.
Every child below 15 is going to get this vaccine.
Yes. And this is an activity which is going to take place in schools. We would not, by the Immunization Act, we are not seeking for consent. This is a national program. The Immunization Act makes vaccination mandatory in this country. We are asking teachers to inform parents so that parents who have concerns over their children, as a parent, naturally you'll be concerned, should come to the school so that they are given this information, or they should go to the health authority to give responses and counsel to the parents so that we vaccinate these children once and for all, and we want to interrupt and put an end to this campaign and continue it in the future through routine without having to cause us such a heavy responsibility, which is very expensive.
Okay. Are there any side effects or side effects of this vaccine that parents should be concerned about? Anything that they should worry about, or it's completely safe? There's nothing they should worry.
The vaccine, what I can say, is safe and effective. But vaccines, like other pharmaceutical products, have side effects. And for measles and rubella and polio, the common side effects that we should expect is usually pain for an injection, mild swelling, and discomfort. Yes. Some children may also have a measles-like rash when they get the vaccine. Yes. So this vaccine is more or like the routine vaccines that you children have been receiving. The oral polio vaccine is the same as what is in routine, and the measles rubella is actually the same vial, the same manufacturer as the routine vaccines we have been receiving. They're using the same supply chain and same health workers, and we are adding on a special training for health workers to ensure quality, because with large numbers, crowds, and attention, we want to ensure safety by providing additional training to these operational health workers to ensure safety of our children.
Okay. And I think another concern which you have reflected is the issue of fake vaccines. It's a very controversial issue, very contentious issue. People hear on the media, in the newspapers, that there are stories of fake vaccines in circulation. Can people trust this vaccine that's coming up?
We have fake vaccines, we have fake drugs. Today you read about the fake augmentin. And where there is policy and guidance, sometimes there's abuse. Okay, and this is where we find the program also becoming victim to that fake products, fake health workers, quack health workers. But what I want to say is that the Ministry of Health, with support from NDA, investigated that incident and verified what it was. It was actually a quack administering almost nothing, air, and empty syringes. What I want to reassure the public is that the vaccine has been procured through the credible sources that we use even for routine vaccine. The vaccine is pre-qualified by the World Health Organization. It is registered by the National Drug Authority, and we have used procurement channels that are safe. What maybe the program manager will emphasize is how the immunization system and how services should be delivered, and how where should public seek for services, and how should they question who is delivering the service. Because the upcoming campaign, you will see health workers coming to a post, and he's going to describe but what we can tell parents is that immunization services, wherever you are in Uganda, are offered within the health district office. And this is where clearance should be and all cases reported. And parents should also should start reading the cards and the information give them on these records. This vaccine lady was talking about the hepatitis vaccine. Children who are under 17 years have already received that vaccine through routine immunization. And you find teachers and parents are not suspecting, they are not questioning the authenticity of this health worker, because he should be cleared by the district health office all vaccinations in schools should be cleared through the district health office.
Okay.
Yes.
So, for regards this campaign which is coming up, we at least we have some confidence that it has been cleared by
Yeah, and that's why we
the
are here
district health
already
officers.
to clear and inform the public that is coming. I don't know who declared that campaign which was happening in Gwegere. It was not, you know.
Yeah, we don't know, but these are some of the concerns we want to bring to light.
So the program
vaccine-
manager is going to elaborate on the standards and where parents and teachers should seek, or the public should seek, authentic immunization and health care.
Okay.
Generally.
So I think we'll come back to that just shortly after the break. But just to let the public know, the upcoming vaccine campaign has genuine products, so we shouldn't be worried or concerned that these may be fake or some other side door business thing. These are real, genuine vaccines, so you shouldn't miss out the opportunity to immunize your child against polio, rubella, and measles. Vaccination, remember, is a free of charge service. They give you genuine products. So it's the onus is on us, the parents, the adults, to take the children to the nearest health center or to the school, and they receive their single injection shot of vaccine against rubella and measles. So more about the measles vaccine coming up after the break. Questions about how you identify the officials who are giving the vaccine, what things you should ask the officials, what you should expect on the day of the vaccine. More of that coming up after the break.
You are watching the Doctalk Show.